When you hold on to your history, you do it at the expense of your destiny. If I would have held on to my history, I would have not been the best representation of who I am today. And to channelize that energy is something that takes a lot of things away from you. And like there's an Afro-American song which goes like, when it looks like the sun wanna shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. Imagine, I have had so many rainbows, but I've got so many clouds as well at the same time. When people try to come to you and they want that listening and they want you to be healed. And if you're able to do that, that would make you a better person. So try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud as well, so that, when you go up in the heavens, God will not judge you. He will always love you for who you were and to present that legacy that you always wanted to be as a good human being. So try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. A great philosopher, Dr. Maya Angelou, once said, and it's the greatest lesson that I've learned in my life, that when people show you who they are, you have to believe them. If they're telling you that they'll be there for you and they weren't, and they backed out or they stabbed you behind the back, they're showing you at the very moment that they were never worth it. And remember, you need to stop following others, because when you follow others, you're not following your heart. You're following just your mind. And to be very honest, when you're not able to get that self-worth, that value, you degrade yourself. And there comes your dignity, which has to be of utmost importance. Praise yourself, love yourself. Because remember that you can do enough, you can be enough, and you can be as worth to make yourself happy rather than making someone else happy. What is there in that coffee mug is coffee to have for me. But what comes out of the coffee, which is a cup runneth, is for people to have. And that's what it's all about. I went to this huge journey in the Himalayas, and there was this monk who said to me that, you know what, use memories, but do not let memories use you. Such a strong statement. You all go through that pain, you all go through those memories. And remember, when you become a victim of those memories, you're letting them overpower you. And that is the reason I always say that try to be the best human being that you can be. We all make mistakes. And remember, regret, remorse is a wasted emotion. It doesn't solve any purpose. The only thing that you can do is make up for it. Try to ask for forgiveness. If someone asks me, what is the definition of forgiveness? Forgiveness just means not forgiving. And remember, I might have hurted a lot of people, but at the end, forgiveness means that you are letting go of the past. It truly means that the past could have been any better. It doesn't mean that the person has to be brought back to your life again, but then the best thing that you can do for yourself is to let go and release that energy that can flow out in somewhere in the heavens. Because then you will realize you were the perfect for someone, but probably that person wasn't perfect for you. Life always whispers to you every time. It's talking to you every time from the time you wake up, And if you do not hear these whispers of life and you just let them again overpower you, you will hurt yourself, It's like if there's something not going right, it will always tell you, did that just happen? Or, was that supposed to happen? Because when you do not listen to those life whispers, it always talks about that this is the right time where you can heal yourself. It's teaching you about the life in a better way that you can live. It's like a brick, which is like thumping you here and telling you that, if you do not listen to the life whispers right now, if it's preparing you to be a better version of who you are. Each day that you live in the moment is to prepare you to something to come in your life and to prepare you to channelize that energy so that you can be a better, refined human being. So listen to those life whispers as it whispers to you so that you don't make the same mistakes that you do in your life. The truth, the fact of the matter is that the Newton's third law of motion, which talks about every action has an equal and an opposite reaction, that's the Bible. That's the religion that you have to live with it. It's a universal fact that every thought, every love that I'm putting out to the world will come back in the same way. If I'm giving hate, if I'm giving frustration, if I'm giving any negative thought out to the world, to whoever I interact, it will come back. And remember, it's already done, because it's a karma cosmic circle of this universe that talks about it. And so whenever you're trying to be as a good human being and trying to make sure that you be an influence in someone's life, trust me, that influence means a lot. That impact means a lot. And if you're able to do in the best possible way that you can, you've done the serve. You've done the serve of this purpose of this life. You've made sure that you can be a better human being that you were born here for. I was a child that was not born with a lot of self-esteem. I always got whippings when I was a child, and got the beating and the thrashing, and the beating of it and the thrashing of it and the whipping of it told me that I'm not worth enough. My self-worth has gone for a toss. And I was lying there for one of my friends, and that person, hit on my hand, and I was lying there on the chair thinking that my spirit is all battered, and at that very moment that I got the biggest lesson of my life, which taught about people who love you don't treat you badly. Love is supposed to feel good. And that's all that matters. Because if they're truly loving you, they will accept you. They will realize your vital importance in their life. And love is supposed to feel good. It can't pain you. It should not give you the pain. And if you talk about pain now, pain means pay attention inward now. People just talk about healing and the pain. You cannot talk about pain without feeling it. You need to heal the pain, you need to feel the pain, and you need to deal with the pain. People think that if I'm in pain, I need to look out for options: cigarettes, smoke, sex, anything, new relationships. But guess what? It's all in vain, because pain has to be felt first. It has to be healed well within itself. Because if you're not feeling that pain, you're not doing justice to your life. Because you're looking as just an alternative. You're just sleepwalking. You're not able to find something that is looking forward for something that is for a greater good. So feel the pain, and that's what matters in the end. And remember, ask for forgiveness. And be ready to hear a no. Because sometimes when you ask for forgiveness, sometimes people will not forgive you, irrespective. But that's what it's all about, the cosmic circle. And remember, if you've been in pain, if you've been in rejection, if someone has hurt you, don't think that your self-worth is not that important. It is a reflection of the other person, not what you've done. Because sometimes you do so many things selflessly. You do so many things out to the world. People sometimes would not value you. Sometimes people would not appreciate you. So when you're looking out for love in different places, you need to understand you have to be ready to accept a no, because saying no itself is a complete sentence, And remember, you might hear a lot of people coming out and counseling to you. I'm always there for you. I'm always supporting you. But remember, at the end, what matters is your happiness, your decision, because you have to be responsible for your own life. You are the ultimate creator, and you are the ultimate destroyer of your life. Take responsibility. Like I always said, life was always giving you whispers. If it's telling you at this moment this is not going right, stop, pause. You need to realize well within yourself. So when you're not getting true love, and never chase true love and never chase true friendship. These are the two things. If you do, you're going to be paining yourself. You're going to be hurting yourself, because it is all about self-worth, self-love. But again, like Koel Emerson said, that if you give to this world, you're giving out to the world who does not even need it. And they're just taking away all the energy away from you. Make yourself happy. Try to give love or happiness or friendship or joy, abundance and contentment in the selfless best version. Miley Cyrus sang a song, "Life's a Climb, but the view is great." She's right. Life's actually a climb. You just have to walk that ladder. There'll be times that, you would have to walk up that ladder, and you'll be just there at one stage and you'll realize, okay, I've reached my destination. And remember, ego can block forgiveness. And the moment you realize that you've taken the responsibility of your own life, you've taken the responsibility of your action, your karma, right? You will realize that there is so much greater good that you can do out to this world. Be kind, be compassionate, be loving to this world who's looking out. There are a lot of people, when you see these people who are physically blind, who are disabled, there are people who do not have a social status. There is so much that's well within your heart that is looking out, and probably somewhere down the heaven, the ultimate creator, who's the God, is judging you. And that's the only person who can judge you, your intent. Because what's going well within, no one would get to know. So if you're able to do that, and you're putting out that love, and remember, my mother taught me that love liberates. When you love someone, it doesn't hold, it doesn't bind, you know. I love you if you're in China, I love you if you're in Chandigarh, I love you when you're in Paris, wherever you are, man. I love you, so just go. Because holding on to that love, holding on to that compassion, holding on to those feelings will always make you realize that it isn't worth. Because sometimes you have to release that energy to bring out that trueness and well within you. And the bond and the affection and the religion of trueness is only beginning with the fact that you're liberating that person. You're liberating that thought. You know. So believe in the fact that love is only liberating you. There's no self-ego, there's no self-esteem. It's always about liberation, freeing someone, because it will hurt you somewhere down the other. And remember, when you've done as hard, you've done too much of efforts, you've begged, you've pled, you've bargained, you would have to surrender. Surrender to the Almighty, whichever religion that you call. Like I said, you can just be a rainbow in someone's cloud. Try to give you 100% to what you could have done, but you would realize sometimes that you would have to surrender. And when you've pled enough, when you've begged enough, we get to know that life is much more beautiful than this. Yes, it is beautiful, but it's always a climb too. You have to walk up that ladder, and the moment you reach that destination, you will realize that you've reached out the destination, but you've not got any remorse or any regret. And it's all about taking up the ownership, the accountability, and self-belief and prestige is more important than anything around you. You know, do not hold on to those negative thoughts. Do not believe in a negative karma. Believe in the positive karma, because remember, if you give out love to the world, if you give it out a positive karma, everything will be all fine. Someone taught me the other day that no matter what you do, you cannot make everyone happy. You cannot make everyone love you. And even if it's a phase which is pulling you down, and remember, it's all fine. This too shall pass. This too shall pass, because it's all about the universal truth. And that's what it's all about.